All right, so David Savard to the Tampa Bay Lightning, and a huge trade for the Lightning. As I said, guys, I really believe now the Lightning have put themselves in position to repeat as Cup champions. They're right there with Colorado up there. So it's broken up into three parts, as I said. Columbus trading Savard to Detroit for Lashoff, Columbus retaining 50% of Savard, and then Detroit retained another 50%, so essentially 25% of the total percentage. Which just puts Savard over $1 million for Tampa and makes it work without having to give up any contracts. They take on Savard just over $1 million, and it fits. And now Savard fits into Tampa's defense. You can look at whether it's Hedman with Cernak or Hedman with Savard. Your top four now is Hedman, Cernak, McDonough, and Savard, and you have a bottom pair of Sergachev and Foote, which is super stacked. You could make an argument that's the best in the league or up there. And Brian Lashoff, just another piece in here, but essentially, as I said, Tampa trades a first, a third, and a fourth. Detroit gets the fourth for retaining that amount, and Columbus gets the first and third. So, obviously, a lot of moving parts here. A lot of moving parts. Sarah Valley was the first one to kind of say that Savard was notified, and then it took over an hour, of course. But Stevie Y gets a little bit in there just to get a fourth-round pick. So, we're not surprised. The rumors were that Detroit or Chicago or a couple other teams could be that team that comes in, and I wonder if Chicago does that with Toronto or Detroit still does it again. I still think we could see another move like this where a team comes in to help. And it's kind of interesting because Detroit, why are they helping Tampa? A little interesting. It was only a fourth-round pick, but I guess Stevie Y in a draft that has a lot of uncertainty, they see the value in a fourth-round pick. But yeah, Detroit even tweeting it out, so just to legitimize it. But pretty crazy. And now there's rumors of Mike Hoffman being traded to potentially a North Division team. But regardless, David Savard has been traded to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Just my thoughts, as I said, just makes them a complete Cup contender. Around David Savard around 1.1 million is an absolute just gem of a move. And I think people are going to be like, first and third, that's a lot. But I actually think it's completely fair. And if anything, in a different year where it's not a buyer's market, not a situation where we're in this kind of year with the pandemic and everything going on, I think David Savard could have gotten more. I mean, we've seen, look at the example, Jake Muzzin had term in that deal, but I would go back as far as, Andre Sekura, for example. This is just a random trade, but when he got traded from the Carolina Hurricanes, I believe, it was, to the LA Kings or whatever, he got a first-round pick for him and a prospect. So, for me, that says enough that, Andre Sekura got that. David Savard, who's been an absolute beast, Tampa gives up a first, a third, and a fourth, and they get this much retained. So I think this is a really good deal for Tampa. Really good deal. And the fact that they just kind of threw a fourth-round pick at Detroit, and it worked enough to get them down to the 1.1 and around there of a cap hit is insane. So, yeah, you guys can kind of see everyone's freaking out over this. This is the big NHL news. We kind of had a mini trade deadline today. So, let me know what you guys think. I think this is big, man. I think this is big. But you got Mike throwing out some potentials there, but no, that's not confirmed, Mike. Not confirmed. Mike trying to confirm a fake trade out here. But yes, David Savard to the Tampa Bay Lightning, and a huge move for them to solidify them as a Stanley Cup contender.